So this beat I made in, I want to say, early 2020, late 2019. I've been producing for about a year when I made this one. So I started out just with the guitar loop. Found that and just fell in love with it right away. But yeah, I had these chimes and this harp in there, and they were gorgeous. So from here, I made the drums, which were super straightforward. Just a little rim shot and a bongo for my snare piece. Just very simple, but they were effective, you know. And then the hats started out with just this textured hi-hat. And then I added some triplet hats on top of that. And then the kicks. And then, yeah, afterwards I found this vocal sample. And that was pretty much it. I mean, I made the beat and I kind of put it on the back burner for myself. I was like, yeah, whatever. And I don't know if I played it for Trill or if I sent it to him or what, but as soon as I did, I was like, I know, man, like this type of beat is something Trill can kill, absolutely.
I think we just started working out of the studio when I was at work. Tiko sent me a whole bunch of beats. There was like 6 of them, and this one beat was like the one I had, so I had to have it. I messaged him right away. I hit him up on text and was like, yo, like, kind of like, I need this. Don't send this to anyone else. I struggle regularly with bad sleep, either from stress or overworking or. So that's kind of where the idea of Nightmare came from, because I don't really get too many sound sleeps. I'm often woken up by night terrors or just stirring in the night from whatever it is. So yeah, this was me kind of getting it all out. I didn't really care if it rhymed or even if it worked. I just wrote it all down and took it to the studio, and it ended up working a lot better than I ever hoped.
That's fun. That's great. Leave it.
When I first got this project back, we hadn't like really set up how to like record anything professionally. I was still learning a lot of that, and going to Eddie's a lot just to learn how to set up compression and how to like just live record. So this is what the vocals sounded like off rip.
I feel ugly on the inside. Tell them all that ain't no joke though. If I die now, I'd be misread.
The first thing I did, of course, was like we took out some sibilants, popped into Pro Q, basic stuff like compression. But I did all that, and then this is what the vocals sounded like post all that.
I feel ugly on the inside. Tell them all that ain't no joke though.
Yeah, and that's really pretty much all I did with all of this. I just like situated everything where I felt it would be in the mix.
Tell them all that ain't no joke though. If I die now, I'd be misread. Honestly, doubt that on the low though.
Originally, that was the only beat cut that I had in this. And then I had put another beat cut in over here.
Truth is I'm the reason I'm an ex-splitter. Put into my gin.
But when I was mixing it for probably the last time, one of our producers from Breakwater, Kazo, he was sitting in the chair and he was like, I can hear like this with mad beat cuts. Like, I think you should explore that more. I'm glad I did, because this is what we ended up with after he had mentioned that. Out in the middle.
Still I wish a bitch would like I'm Frodo. Hoodies in the summer cause I'm always cold though. Still they tell me, boy, you gotta keep your head up. Times keep changing but I never let up. Truth hard to swallow when I hit a hiccup. Truth is I'm the reason I'm an ex-splitter.
So this wasn't really like mixed in depth as everything else was. We had originally, when we first did this song, it was only up to the, 46 bars or whatever this is, minute 50. And then the beat was longer and I felt like I wanted to make it a full song. I really loved the hook. So I came back in another day and I recorded this whole other section, a whole other hook. Yeah, and I did really like a lot of like what this section was, but I just felt it wasn't like, it wasn't right for what we were doing with the project. So it just sat on the shelf, and I think that's really important. That's a skill that I learned a lot more making this project and being in this room, especially around this time, was I always felt I had to cram as much into a song as I could. And when I was paying for studio time, a lot of that came down to you're paying for it and you want to get as much in and out as possible. I'm yours truly, and this is Nightmare.
I feel ugly on the inside. Tell them all that ain't no joke though.
Oh, actually, really funny inspiration for like the intro to the song, like the opening bar. I feel ugly on the inside. That was my Twitter handle forever. Joe Budden blocked me on Twitter when I was ugly on the inside. We were both ugly on the inside back then though, so I think that might have been what happened. What up, Joe?
If I die now, I'd be misread. Honestly, don't that on the low though. Lately, life it hit me with a couple low blows. Bet it's hard to find me smiling in my photos. Still, I wish a bitch would like I'm Frodo. Hoodies in the summer cause I'm always cold though. Still, they tell me, boy, you gotta keep your head up. Times keep changing, but I never let up. Truth hard to swallow when I hit a hiccup. Truth is I'm the reason I'm an ex-splitter. Put in too much into music, losing what I hold dear. Body's just a catacomb where I hold fear. I'ma die alone with a case of cold beer. Never really caught a case, still I'm known here. Stressing hard loosely, falling from a new peak. Lighted up, repeat, simple thoughts, breathe deep. Have another nightmare, have another nightmare. Stressing hard loosely, falling from a new peak. Lighted up, repeat, simple thoughts, breathe deep. Have another nightmare, have another nightmare. Woke up and I'm still there. Have another nightmare, have another nightmare.